It's a lovely sunny afternoon. It's about 23 degrees in our no dig Norfolk garden. We need to take a harvest, and Mrs. W needs to cook some lovely food. A lazy Sunday afternoon in our no dig Norfolk garden. Begin this video by doing a bit of harvesting, and there is much to do and much we can use. First thing I need is a few carrots, Mrs. W says. So let's get those harvested. There's some lovely, beautiful, stumpy carrots. Just as we like them at this time of the year. And it's the time of year when we actually really need to start clearing these, because we have other things to go in here, don't we, Mrs. W?
We do. That'll be plenty for what I need to do.
Oh, good.
Lovely, thank you.
The next thing I need is a chilli. And as we look at this, this is an overwintered chilli plant. And one of the great benefits about doing this is that you do get your harvest that bit earlier. You can see we have a chilli ready here. Mrs. W does tell me that we require a chilli.
Yes, please.
There are more forming. And as we said earlier in the year, if you can overwinter these plants, you get a really good fast start. There's a chilli with harvest, there's a chillies that are coming. It is really very, very good. I think that young Maggie and Charlie have been in here. Do you think they've been strawberry hunting, Mrs. W?
They've left the evidence, haven't they? In fact, I do think it's Rosie, because they're the ones that Maggie's grown out of, and I put them onto Rosie the other day.
It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, isn't it? Whose hands do these belong to? So Mrs. W requires an onion, so we'll twist an onion out of there. And you know, these overwintering onions are so valuable at this time of the year. Our main crop onions that are in the ground, they are so nearly ready, but not quite there. It's going to be July, mid to late July, when we can begin to harvest those. These overwintering onions, well, they just bridge the gap until those are ready. The next thing we need is some potatoes. And as we said 1 or 2 videos ago, they've had a bit of early blight, but they haven't absolutely destroyed them. I know they look a bit battered, but actually there's still great harvests underneath there. And I think you want some Charlotte today, don't you?
Yes, please. My favourites.
Even if you do see that early blight about, you can still get some lovely potatoes. All is not lost within the garden. If you've been watching our channel for a while, we actually had the melons and the Calibris that were voted the top for the grow along. But I did say we'd feature kohlrabi. And we've grown some, we've been eating some, as you can see, some of the rows missing, but we're going to use these today in Mrs. W's recipe. And you can see that's the ideal size that you want for kohlrabi. Sort of tennis ball size is the optimum, but they're a lovely size. And to give you a bit of clue what may be to come later, they have a lovely brassica cabbagey taste.
This afternoon, it's such a lovely day, and the first lovely day for quite some time. So we're going to make the most of it today. And I'm going to spatchcock a chicken. I'm going to cook it on the barbie. and have some of our vegetables from the garden, and hopefully some strawberries for dessert too. So to spatchcock is really quite a simple process. You turn the chicken onto its breast, find the parson's nose at the back, and then with a pair of kitchen scissors along the ribs and along the backbone, you just cut through on either side. So there's that side there. Take that bit out, reserve that to make a nice bit of stock, and then you put them, just press it down, so we open out the chicken, and that'll be a lot quicker to cook on the barbecue, having flattened it out. So using some of the herbs and garlic and things from our garden, we've got some lovely fresh thyme, parsley, bit of sage, and I've got some dried tarragon as well that I'm going to put into this marinade for the chicken. Just going to chop them all up, just taking the harder bits off the thyme. And then earlier in the week I cut back our tarragon plant because it becomes so big and massive. It was drowning out everything else in the herb garden. So I cut it off, popped it in a really low oven for 2 or 3 hours and just dried it off. So in with this fresh herbs, I'm going to pop a little sprinkling of the dried tarragon, because I do think tarragon and chicken is just such a fantastic combination. So I'm going to pop that all with the fresh herbs and the garlic into a dish. So to that I'm going to add the juice of a lemon, or probably half a lemon actually. That is a very juicy lemon.
Oh good, I like lemon.
Yes, I know. So that's the juice of half a lemon. I'm going to put in a little bit of vegetable oil and some salt and pepper. I'm just going to tip that onto the chicken. Just massage that over. So I'm now going to leave that covered with a bit of foil over for probably an hour or longer if you can. So I've just quickly given the Charlotte potatoes a wash and a scrub, and we're going to pop those into some water. We're simply going to have some nice simply boiled Charlotte potatoes, because there's nothing better with a bit of butter, is what I think. So just cut them up into nice sized chunks. Some of the smaller ones we can keep whole. And I'm also going to make us a little pot of coleslaw with a slight difference, as we don't have any fresh cabbage to chop into it, but we do have the kohlrabi, which is the cabbage family. Taste of cabbage, just some kohlrabi, grated carrot and sliced onion. Some nice little bits of carrot to go into the wormery there.
Oh yes, everything is recycled here.
One way or another, it's either the wormery, the chickens, the dog or the beasts.
Oh yes. You know, the kohlrabi, you know, it is actually best eaten raw, isn't it? Because it retains a real crunch and texture too.
I like it. I'm not so keen on it cooked. I'll eat it cooked, but I prefer it raw like this. It's keeps its flavour quite nicely, and as you say, the texture is just lovely. I'm now just adding in some mayonnaise, stirring it through, and I have put a little bit of salt in it. And obviously my little pot this always happens to me. I try and make a little pot and I always make a lot more than I anticipate I'm going to make.
That's because you think all the kids are still at home.
I know. This will store nicely in the fridge for a few days. It'll be fine as long as you keep it in an airtight container. That won't be a problem.
So there you are, folks. Now you know why I have an ever-increasing girth. Oh, that's well marinated, Mrs. W.
Smells lovely, doesn't it?
I bet.
Yeah. So, go straight onto the barbie. Spread it out as best you can.
How long is that going to take?
I think that's going to take probably about 45 minutes, 20 minutes either side.
Yeah.
I don't
It's only
know.
halfway through.
Yeah. Just, I think you. Yeah.
We'll get Miss Probe sure and see how we're doing.
We will get the probe and just double check it, because with chicken it's very important to not undercook it. It's probably the best harvest we've ever had of strawberries.
Well, it is year 2 of these, so they will have
Yes.
had a really strong harvest. We'll get one more harvest off these next year, and then it's time to put new plants in. If you don't know, after 3 years they do start to diminish.
Bit of butter. Nice bit of butter. And a good sprinkling of some chopped chives from the garden.
Ooh.
Coleslaw's looking good.
And of course what we didn't show everyone is that we went and got a bit of lettuce from the garden, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Little
There's
mixture. There's
Lola Rossa,
yeah,
I can
some
see.
Webb's wonderful outside lettuce, because they haven't hearted up yet, but I've just taken some out from there, and a few of the little gem lettuce from the outside too. So yeah, we've got a nice little bowl of lettuce.
What a feast, Mrs. W.
Absolutely, I can't wait now. I'm really quite hungry.
Now, just about everything that you see has come from our garden, but we don't have tomatoes ready yet, and we don't have the cucumbers ready yet. It won't be too long, but so we had to get those from our local farm shop. Organic, of course. And with lovely food like this, you can't beat it. I'm looking forward to tucking to that chicken, our lovely new potatoes, tomatoes, cucumber, oh, and those amazing strawberries for our dessert.
Yeah.
We shall see you all on the next one.